Hello and welcome to another update video about VeChain. VeChain follows currently the overall wave count here. I'm starting to see possibly different patterns evolve here. It's just something we need to be prepared of, something I'm watching very closely, and I just want to start to issue those warnings in the videos now. It is nothing bearish, but it means that we might see one deeper pullback before finally starting in a third wave. See, for now, the idea was that we are breaking higher straight away. And this is still my view. And at the moment it's happening. It's all good, right? So anybody who entered in these trend reversal areas, you know, you would be in profit. It's all good, right? And at the moment, the relevant support here for VeChain is 2.368 cents. So there's no way someone could be at a loss here. Even if you just entered here at the top of the green box, right? All good. Now, we have the situation though that if I make that a little bit larger, if I zoom out a bit, you can see that of the December lows, we had here a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 1, a wave 2 of the higher degree third wave, right? And then within that third wave, another 1-2 setup and another 1-2 setup, and it starts to get a bit unrealistic. When you get too many of these, things are either super bullish, which often isn't the case, or it's just super unrealistic and actually bearish and corrective. Now, what I'm seeing here is that either we are now really in the third wave, and I wouldn't even see that as too unrealistic, given that Bitcoin is broken above 30K, and given that we've broken above the inverse head and shoulders I highlighted yesterday. Yeah, so you see here this sort of inverse head and shoulders, something like that, right? We broke to the upside. Now, it's not, confirmed yet that we are moving up in the third wave, but as long as we're holding this support area, which goes down to 2.07 cents, the trend is up, in my opinion, yeah. Obviously, short-term relevant support is 2.37 cents. And against that, I think we can move on higher. We can move higher. If we break below that, things are going to go a little bit bearish, short-term at least, so we can take a look at that. But overall, not really changing anything in the higher degree scenario. So it's just the question is, how do these subwave structures develop, and subdivide? So at the moment, if this really is this third wave, which would be very bullish, then, and it would be in line with Bitcoin's count, then this small third wave should in a first instance reach 2.75 cents. And then it should quite directly rally even higher. Because the wave 4s that you can see here would rather include shallow corrections. Now this would be a very bullish setup. As you can see, it would cascade higher, and probably these, this would probably subdivide even higher. So important for VeChain would be to break above the 3.3 cent level to also introduce a change on the higher time frame, because it hasn't been above this level since May 22 when it broke below that level. Okay, but in terms of a warning, I just call it a warning because this is obviously a bullish direct breakout setup. But I want to add just an alternative on here. That alternative would suggest that what we're doing here is in fact rather, instead of a series of 1-2 setups, more like an ascending wedge. Something that we had here in small. So not ascending wedge or channel. Let's call it a diagonal pattern, So in a diagonal pattern, we can count it a little bit, but then it should break down basically fairly quickly. So here a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and a wave 5 in a larger wave 1 leading diagonal. That would explain all these overlaps here. And then we could come down in an ABC correction in a wave 2. And if we break below the trend line, or rather if we break below that wave 2 low here that we talked about, that would be a good confirmation. I think that this is just a diagonal pattern. We come down in a wave 2. We could then still rally later. It would just explain all this, right? But it wouldn't change anything. It wouldn't invalidate the orange box. It wouldn't do anything like that. And I think we could then get support in the region around. So for this possible wave 2, which might be coming down, we could be getting support in the region, around 2.34 cents and 2.235. So it's something worth watching. Therefore, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add here an alternate wave 1, a different color on here. And then we could say that we are coming down in an alternate wave 2 before we rally higher. So not bearish, just sort of a different pattern. And if we see now this breakdown come, then this could be the setup. You always want to be prepared for different outcomes. But my primary, especially as long as this wave 2 low there is holding, but I will change my view below that. So as long as we're holding 2.36 cents, the direct focus would be on higher. Okay, that's my update about VeChain. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.